also has to move on for private. Motion 3 is so that's been dissolved to the government. Can I motion for discovery? Motion number 4, so that's dissolved to the government to suppress discovery.
Mr. Lau, are you going to join us? Oh, let's come. I know. Come on up here.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ken Law for the plaintiff on case number 2121.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. G. Malia Orte in case 319-1879 and 4782. Todd Withy should be on Zoom.
He is.
For the same cases.
Morning, Mr. Withy.
Good morning, Judge.
Okay.
Todd Withy from
Okay. Ms. Gonzalez.
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning. Okay. So we are here on status on all of these matters. As we recall, when we were here last week, we had received a letter from Ms. Gonzalez and her lawyer, not her lawyer, but her doctor. And as a result, the court put off the trial on possession that had been set for Friday, July 30th. And the court continued this matters until today. Yesterday? Is that yesterday or sometime this week? We received another letter from Ms. Gonzalez and another letter from her doctor, and requested another continuance for today. Court denied those requests. I did set these cases for status. First, with regard to the letter that we received from Ms. Gonzalez, I note, and her doctor dated, and these letters are dated August 2nd, that the injury is with her neck and shoulder pain, which leads to a loss of balance, difficulty concentrating, and physical therapy has been ordered. And as I understand it, Ms. Gonzalez, you are starting physical therapy next week. Is that correct?
Yeah, and the worst symptom is the dizziness. So it's dizziness and imbalance together.
Okay.
Yes, I have finally got it in August 11th. Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So court
is next Wednesday.
Okay. Court notes for the record that Ms. Gonzalez, you have a long history of providing medical excuses at the time of any substantive hearing. And I note particularly a document filed in 1 DRC 21-000-2121. That's Stuart Glauberman. That's Mr. Glau's case.
Yes.
And that was a request that was made on July 8th. That was denied.
Right.
In the same matter, you've also filed another request for I believe, I've got this correct. So these excuses are not flying very well with the court. And so this is...
At what point may I say something about the letters?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ms. Gonzalez. Go ahead.
Right now, the reason right now is that I got re-injured. Okay, and so I can't even barely care for myself right now. All right, and so when I see all the cases to be heard on the same day, I already know that I have limited capacity. So when I evaluate everything, I see which ones the attorneys will go to, and if they're the same attorneys, then what I requested was for one of the cases to be continued so that I have better physical chance to go through them all. You know, when I go to court, it's very, very difficult for me. It's physically when I'm in a stable, manageable state. And, you know, I come in at 8:30 and I wait, and then you gotta wait till 10 to 11 to be called in, and then you gotta go through all this. I'm by myself. I do not have an attorney. I can't afford an attorney. Opposing counsel has been very aggressive. And so for me to have to go through all of that and do 3 trials in one day is very difficult. So when I discussed this in the settlement thing, I was recommended to just file a continuance to see if I could take one of the cases out. Now, it's not that I'm trying to make all of these excuses. I do have reasonable accommodation. And I'm doing the best I can with what I have to work with. I really am. I am not trying to keep prolonging this. I want to go to court. I want to fight my cases. But I need to be stable enough so that I can concentrate and I can present my evidence and I can fight these people. And so if you look at the paper trail, it may seem that way, but that's not really what my intention is, and that's not really what I'm trying to do here. And that was those requests. And they were all denied. Okay, so then I still have to show up. I got hurt in the law library on Wednesday. That's what happened.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Gonzalez. I do understand your position. Notwithstanding, again, the court believes that these health issues have arisen at what I would call strategic times. So this is, as far as except for the possession cases, the court is, what I'm going to entertain from you, Mr. Lau, is a motion for summary judgment. Okay?
Judge, I'm asking for a default at this time. I'm not going to file a motion for summary judgment. Wasn't here. She's not here physically. And the court ordered her physically present for trial. I was ready for trial last Friday.
I understand.
I am ready for trial today, and she's not present. I'm asking for a default.
I understand, Mr. Lau. Do you want a default on this record?
Yes, Judge. Default, and I want a writ to issue forthwith.
I'm not going to issue a writ with these letters in the record. Okay? So, my suggestion is you file a motion for summary judgment. The court will entertain that motion.
Okay, if I file a motion for summary judgment, Judge, I want to be heard by the 27th of this month.
I'm sorry.
I want to be heard by August 27th.
You're gonna be heard on August 27th. Okay? Please, and Ms. Orque, if you folks want to file a motion for summary judgment as well, that's fine too. Both parties, if you want. It's up to you. But I want Mr. Lau to file a motion for summary judgment. Okay?
May I say something?
Absolutely.
For the record,
yes.
I agree with you that at these strategic times she has either said she's not feeling well. We sat there one morning and we find out at the end of the calendar that she called in, never notified us. A lot of them has been ex parte. And for the record, Your Honor, she has been seen leaving the house in and out. So when she said she could barely care for herself, that is not believable. I'm speaking. Be quiet.
Miss Gonzalez.
Be quiet. I'm speaking.
Okay, don't address her. Continue
Your
on.
Honor, we'd like a default also, but if you're not going to grant that.
I'm not going to grant a default today on that record. So.
Just furthermore, she's filed all these cases. If she's going to do this, she has to abide by the rules of the court. She's not going to say that she can't do it.
Okay, and that's a good point, Ms. Arke. I also wish to note for the record that notwithstanding with what you just said, Ms. Gonzalez, you have filed multiple lawsuits, you have filed multiple motions, you are more familiar with the legal system, the district court legal system, than almost any litigant I have ever seen. So I don't think you have been prejudiced in any way by these things. So, okay. August 20, no, Ms. Gonzalez, no. No, Ms. Gonzalez, no. Court is not going to hear anything further from you today. Court's going to set the hearing on the motion for summary judgment by August 27th. Make sure it gets filed for her. Ms. Gonzalez, I'm going to put you on mute. I just put you on mute because I've asked you not to say anything further. I can't hear you. So make sure that you follow and she has enough time to respond if that's what she wants to do. Ms. Orke, it's up to you whether you want to file a motion. You may do the same. That is fine. Okay. As far as the other cases, the court's going to continue them all unless you guys want something else to happen.
Your Honor,
Yep.
the motion 319 for discovery. You ordered to do discovery a month or two ago.
Right.
She did partial discovery.
Right.
I don't see why she can't do discovery. She can
Okay.
dive in
If
on
you,
her house all the time.
I tried to explain, Mr. Withy, that I'm almost thinking it's fruitless and that the sanctions is going to be those part of her cases are lopped off. But court will grant your motion to compel discovery. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'll give it.
Yes.
Turn order.
Okay. Why don't
And
we,
there's also a motion.
Hang on, Mr. Withy. Sorry, Mr. Lau. Hang on. I'll get back to you in a second. Mr. Withy. Mr. Lau.
I suggest you this, Judge. We're going to have our motion for summary judgment heard on the 27th
Yep.
of this month.
Yep.
We should continue the trials to August 27th also. In the event that the motion for summary judgment is denied, at least we can go to trial.
Okay.
27th.
Okay. The only warning I have about that is I don't know if Ms. Gonzalez is going to be present in person. Okay. So I can, and I'm not. This is okay.
So that's my suggestion.
Okay. So, Ms. Gonzalez, let me see. Hang on, Ms. Gonzalez. If you don't, Ms. Gonzalez, if you don't be quiet, I'm going to put you on mute again. So I'm going to tell you right now, based on the record so far, the court is going to hear a motion for summary judgment on August 27th, and it's also going to set the trial on August 27th. Based on what I have so far in the medical, the letter you sent and the doctor's letter you sent, there is no reason trial can't be set on August 27th. If you have some further excuse why you can't come on the 27th, we'll deal with it then. I'm telling you right now that what the court has in its record is not sufficient for you not to be here on August 27th. Am I clear?
Your Honor,
Yep.
I need to know what that motion for summary judgment. I don't understand what that is. That's what I'm trying to ask.
Okay, they are gonna file a motion for summary judgment on possession. Okay? On possession, Mr. Lau, not on damages, okay?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay,
Okay, and then, Your Honor,
yes?
there's a lot of stuff that was just thrown out, and I really need to say something here really, really quickly.
Go ahead.
Okay? I was physically stuck in my house for 5 days. Monday and Tuesday, I finally started driving. There's a family emergency. My dad right now is at Castle in ICU. I've had to leave my house. I wasn't able to see him until Wednesday. And he was in the hospital. He was in there from Friday morning. But because I couldn't stand up or anything like that, I couldn't see him until Wednesday. So if my landlords are seeing me leaving the hospital, leaving my residence, it's because I'm trying to get to the hospital.
Okay, so hang on, Miss Gonzalez, hang on just a minute now. You have not been prejudiced in any way. The court has granted both of your requests for continuance, and the court is giving another month. The people who have been prejudiced in this are the plaintiff. Okay, you have not been prejudiced in any way. The court has not moved forward on the plaintiff's cases. So now, but on August 27th, and I'm giving you notice. Okay, Mr. Withy, go ahead.
Okay. There was one other motion that Ms. Gonzalez made to dismiss my counsel in case she's filing against me personally for filing discovery things in court. She was asked to dismiss this.
Okay, so the court did not, one moment please. Was that the move on, was the case that Ms. Gonzalez filed directly against Mr. Withy? I did not. Case number 9. Okay, so Mr. Withy, the court did not review anything in the matter today on Ms. Gonzalez's case against you. So court reserves ruling on that motion. I will tell you the inclination is to deny that motion, but court reserves ruling on that motion. Okay, Mr. Lau, anything further?
Nothing further.
Okay, Ms. Orke, anything further?
Is it possible we get an inspection, Your Honor? We haven't been in that unit.
Not
That's
right
part
now.
of the-
I understand, and you got rights to damages, but no, I'm not going to order that right now. Mr. Withy, anything further?
Your Honor, should
Oh,
we
yeah.
do an order on the motion to compel, because this is.
That's
about
fine. Go ahead. Yeah,
retaliatory.
go ahead. You can do a written order. Submit it for me. That's fine. Okay, Ms. Gonzalez, what would you like to say?
I just have one clarification. I just want to understand, okay? Please, I just want to understand. So in the one DRC 21-4782, the one that Mr. Withy just mentioned about me filing a motion to disqualify the attorney, is that one is continued?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part. I'm sorry, I didn't hear your last part of your question.
In that case, in the 4782, the one for to disqualify attorney from the case, that one is going to be continued?
Yeah.
It's not going to be heard, right? Okay, so that one is continued.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other two that I'm fighting them back. One of them is to suppress discovery. That one is continued as well.
Yep.
That motion.
Yep.
Okay. And then the other one, when they're trying to get more discovery, even though I supplied.
I granted their motion. The case is being continued. I granted the motion to compel discovery. We talked about that in May, Ms. Gonzalez. You have a claim for emotional distress. If you have a claim for emotional distress, you are required to produce your doctor's notes. It is your decision whether you want to maintain the claim or not. If you don't want to maintain the claim, you don't need to provide your doctor's records. If you want to maintain the claim, anyway, the motion is granted. So,
So what does that mean? I don't understand.
they're going to file an order. So,
but Your Honor, please. But I filed an objection to that, and then I have a right.
right, and the court.
So I haven't had to fight that, and then you just went ahead and agreed to them. I wasn't even able to fight it yet.
I ruled, and we've had that discussion in May. We have discussed that motion to compel on several occasions. The court is granting the motion to compel. Ms. Gonzalez, that's it. That's it on this subject.
I understood it to be as I did the redacting, and I did that. I don't understand why they're coming at me again.
Okay.
I'm really confused, and that's why I filed the objection, because I thought that I was going to be able to explain it, and then so that I could understand it. What other information do they want from me?
Okay. Well, you need
and
to.
then they accuse me of stuff. I don't understand. I'm sorry, but
right.
I'm doing the best I can.
Okay. And like I've told you before, you're doing fine. Your concentration powers don't seem to be affected at all. What date? Go ahead, Mr. Withy.
Yeah, no.
We have the further answers by the 20th. That would be 2 weeks from today. Next court date.
Let me do it the 27th.
Prepare an order first.
The 27th.
For answers?
Yeah.
I just want to take a look at it. Well, it's fine. Okay.
So they're going to send me a new packet? They're going to send me something new to fill out?
No, those are the questions they have asked you previously, Ms. Gonzalez. Their interrogs.
Your Honor, on our motion,
Yeah.
my declaration specifies the things that are missing, and she was provided with that.
Right, and she responded to that.
And then I sent it, and then I mailed it out again. I mailed it out with this motion, the answers that they think that I didn't answer correctly. And then I put everything together.
Okay, so Ms. Gonzalez, in those interrog answers, you failed to answer many of the questions. You refused to answer many of the questions. The court finds those questions were relevant and appropriate to be asked. For example, you refused to identify any witnesses to your claims, and you said you refused to answer. The court is ordering you to provide that information. Whether you decide to do that or not is your decision, but the court is ordering that. Okay.
Okay, you wanna?
No, nothing further, Ms. Gonzalez. We are done for today, except for I want to.
I have a simple statement for this stream organization. So if you're saying, I want to understand this very, very clearly, okay? Because every time I try to get advice from an attorney, I get different answers. Okay, so it's very, very hard for me to know what is right. So I just want to say two things here. Are they trying to get access to more of my medical records, or is it just the interrogatory? Because that's what's confusing to me.
Ms. Gonzalez, I want you to go look back and look at the discovery requests and respond accordingly. I'm not giving you legal advice today, okay?
No, okay. And then the second part is that, I have to give the names of people who witnessed me have, adverse effects based on what my landlord has done to me. Is that what you're saying? I have to provide the names to the attorneys and to the court?
Ms. Gonzalez, I'm not giving you legal advice.
Okay.
Court has granted the motion.
So then I want a motion to dismiss this case. That's what I'm trying to get to, because I have to protect these people. Okay? I have to protect these people, and I have to protect my medical records.
Okay.
I have to.
And that's
and
your...
I thought I want... What's confusing is that I thought I want the motion to...
Ms. Gonzalez, if you don't... the court is putting you on mute given your screaming. Okay. Now, can I have a date? And we're going to continue all the other matters for status. Let's go to the end of September. Is that all right for you folks? You just have yours. September 24th, Mr. Withy, does that work for you?
What is that going to be for your honor?
That's going to be a status on all of the other cases and any other, including Ms. Gonzalez's cases against you folks and all of that. The only thing that I'm moving forward is the possession case. Ms. Orke, does that work for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Anything further? Uh-huh. Yeah. No, that's continued. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I know there's a status set up for the third.
Yes, please. So the next hearing date is going to be August 27th, at which time we're going to, that's set for hearing on a motion for summary judgment and also for trial on possession.
For both cases, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Blau's and Ms. Orke's and Mr. Withy's. Okay, Mr. Lau, we're all done. Ms. Orke, we're all done. Mr. Withy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Wait, okay. One more thing, you have one more minute, Ms. Gonzalez.
Okay, thank you, Judge Holma. So I want to understand, the 27th is summary judgment and the trial?
Yeah, if the court doesn't grant the motion for summary judgment. Court's ordering you to be present on August 27th, okay?
Yes, got it.
Okay, thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Withy. Okay.